Today, Israel's military allowed humanitarian aid into Gaza for the first time in nearly 3 months, as the leaders of Britain, France, and Canada threatened to sanction Israel if it didn't provide more assistance. Israel also ordered Gaza's second largest city evacuated as part of a new ground operation. Here's Nick Schifrin.
In Rafah today, a new campaign to reoccupy Gaza. The operation is named for a biblical leader who annihilated his opponents. Israel's now vowing to clear Hamas once and for all and hold territory. All of Gaza's territory, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said today.
We're going to take over all areas of the Strip. That's what we're going to do.
And so excavators march into battle with a mission to flatten Gaza. And an already destroyed city, Rafah, is reduced to further rubble. In the last month, Israel has expanded what it calls a buffer zone along the Gaza border from hundreds of feet to more than a mile, and enlarged a corridor that bisects Gaza. Today, it ordered the evacuation of Gaza's second largest city and says it will move through Khan Yunis toward the sea. Israel controls about a third of Gaza and is pushing the population into shrinking pockets outside of IDF control.
We're now seeing Israel moving to create some kind of an inhabitable hellscape by demolishing the remaining buildings that Hamas is still using.
Asaf Orion is a fellow at the Washington Institute whose final posting as a brigadier general was head of the Israeli military's strategic planning.
If you are looking for absolute and total victory, it calls for very extreme measures, which means that the IDF will need to stay and hold this territory, devoting and investing a lot of units, a lot of forces, a lot of expenses in blood and treasure.
Part of Israel's efforts to strangle Hamas has been to withhold aid until today. For the first time in more than 11 weeks, aid trucks left a border crossing and entered Gaza, in part because of U.S. pressure, Netanyahu admitted today.
Our greatest friends in the world come to me and tell me, we are giving you all the assistance to complete the victory. There's one thing we cannot stand. We can't accept images of hunger, mass hunger, and we won't be able to support you. Therefore, in order to achieve victory, we must somehow solve the problem.
And the problem is mass hunger. An umbrella organization of UN and international humanitarian groups declared that nearly 500,000 people face catastrophic hunger and are at risk of famine, especially Gaza's most vulnerable.
We have children that have been deprived of proper food for more than 70 days, and they are one of the first victims of starvation.
Clemence Lagardeau is Oxfam's program coordinator who recently returned from Gaza.
What I've seen is total destruction of the Gaza Strip. It's to a scale that is difficult to imagine until you see it. Extremely young children that are just too tired, that are consuming their whole energy to just basically survive, and that don't even have the strength to cry anymore.
Earlier this year, during a ceasefire every day, nearly 600 trucks entered Gaza. The UN called today's 9 trucks a drop in the ocean.
How do you choose? How do you prioritize? This is quite impossible, and it's not going to solve anything about the situation on the ground.
And it's not only food. The daily displacement is multi-generational. Sons supporting mothers, uncles pushing nephews. Majid al-Barim flees his home with his dead brother's son and his earthly possessions. His mother, Wafa al-Barim, struggles to console a hungry grandchild.
When a child comes and tells me, "Give me a piece of bread, Grandma," sometimes I have 1 loaf of bread. I give it to them and I sleep hungry. By God, we are tired. We are dying slowly. They are besieging us. No food, drink, or anything.
The displacement is designed to facilitate a new Israeli-backed American aid group to distribute aid only to vetted Gazans. It's an effort that international aid groups oppose.
It seems that they will be operating in a system that is pushed by Israel and that is basically instrumentalizing humanitarian assistance, that is politicizing it, and that is serving a purpose, a political and military purpose.
Allahu Akbar.
In the meantime, there is so much loss. In Jabalia, they mourned a child, one of 500 people that Gaza health authorities say have been killed in the last 8 days, and the ruins strewn as far as the eye can see. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Nick Schifrin.